John Kincade Show on 97.5, The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The Comcast Business Hotline, where every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next. James, we just answered a question here. I'm going to ask it to you to start things here. We said this year has to be better than last year. True or false?
I'd say that's probably about the most true thing that you'll ever hear. So, that's a nice softball for me to start it off.
Well, we all said true. Every one of us said true, but we all had different reasons for saying true. What's your reason for saying true?
Yeah, you know what? I think last year was kind of a perfect storm of just things that went wrong for us, and things seemed to snowball, and then just kind of got out of reach for us as the year went on. So obviously this year, again, going to be a much more normal season as far as our schedule and things like that. And just, again, some of the protocols are a little more relaxed where guys are able to find a little bit better balance. I feel like last year, again, especially for younger guys, if you don't have that balance away from the rink, it becomes a lot easier to take the game home with you and kind of dwell on things when they don't go your way. Ultimately, we play 82 games in a year plus playoffs, there's always going to be times when things aren't going your way, and you got to try to find a way to rebound as quickly as possible. And I think it's a lot easier to do that when you have other things in your life and you have other stuff you can do to take your mind off hockey sometimes. So I think just for that reason alone, I think again, it's being able to manage the ups and downs of a season will be a lot better. And then again, obviously some of the adjustments management made with bringing in different players and trying to again find a new balance, a new mix. I thought that they did a really good job with that. So now it's just up to us and players and coaches and stuff like that to get off to a good start here and make it all work.
James, you have a lot of young talent on this roster that a lot of the fan base has really been looking forward to for years now. Which one of these young players, though, excites you the most when looking into the future? I know you're probably going to say all of them, but which one of these guys, though, you look at and go, like, this guy could be a potential star?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, obviously, we do have quite a few younger players that are already established NHLers, and you're excited to see the growth that they can have. I mean, you look at someone like Joel Farabee and the success he's had in his first couple of years in the league, and just he's someone you see he's hungry and really wants to be maximize his talent as a player, and I think he's figured that out at a really young age. So I'm definitely excited to see how someone like him grows. As far as other guys, I mean, I'm trying to think who I can mention here without forgetting anyone. But yeah, you could look at someone like Cam York too, who obviously signed at the end of his season and played a couple games with us last year, and he definitely showed some flashes of being a really good player. But I think again, management's done a good job of identifying some good young players and a good job of drafting. Now we have a lot of guys knocking on the door, so it creates a nice a mix that you need to be successful. You have to have a good mix of older veteran players and have some youth infused in that. So I think there's definitely going to be some options for the coaching staff and management to try to figure out.
James, a couple years ago when you guys had that nice playoff run and beating the Canadiens and going to 7 games against the Islanders, how far from that performance as a team do you think this one is right now?
Well, things are always evolving and different every year. So as we've shown and as it kind of comes up, I mean, you have to continually try to reinvent yourself every year and get a little bit better and things like that. And it's hard to be good consistently in this league as we've seen, and it's so tough to continually find that. So I think, again, we just have to really remain with that approach of just taking it one day at a time, maximizing each day, and again, just keep putting one step forward. But again, looking back to there, obviously, again, we had a nice little run there, and no one was satisfied with that. But a lot of the similar pieces are still in place from that team, and now the mix is a little bit different with some other additions that were made and some adjustments that were made. So we're definitely excited with where things sit right now, and now it's up to us to just go out there and show what we can do and prove it on the ice. So that's obviously the exciting time for us.
All right, James, 2 numbers between 1 and 10. You're going to send 2 people to the Flyers home opener versus the Vancouver Canucks to 2 lucky callers, but you got to give me 2 numbers between 1 and 10.
2 numbers between 1 and 10. All right. I'll go. I'll just go with my jersey number. I'll go 2 and 5.
That's what I was going to do. I wanted you to pick it, though. That's good. 2 and 5. Second caller and 5th caller. James Van Riemsdyk is sending you to the Flyers home opener versus Vancouver. James, we'll look forward to catching up with you during the season, buddy.
All righty. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Good
James.
health to you and much success to the Flyers in 2021 and 2022. Flyers versus Vancouver, the home opener, October 15th.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5, The Fanatic, Philadelphia.